Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becky, and if you're new here then welcome and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am going to be showing you how I made this super cute DIY spring floral decoration piece. It was super easy to do, super cheap, and it's also going to be interchangeable so you can change it for any season. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink and let's go on with the video. Right, to make our spring cutout for our alphabet letter, we are going to want some card. You're going to want a glue gun, some PVA glue. I also just have this filling here. This was from like a teddy. You can easily use like cotton wool pads as well. And then I also have this dried floral set. So this is, a dried floral kit from Hobbycraft. It's just got a few different nice pastel spring dried flowers in it, and that's going to be perfect to do our infill for our alphabet letter. So I picked both of these items up in my Hobbycraft spring haul. I'll make sure to link that video up above and in the description box down below. I think I picked these up for, I want to say £3 and £6, but I'll make sure to add it in the video when I'm editing. Basically, I want to be able to reuse this letter all year round. For Christmas, I want to put like baubles in it and kind of like Christmas themed items. For Easter, I probably want to do some like little eggs in it. For spring, I want to do some nice pastel colours, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And the way to do that and to make it reusable is to create like a cutout. So I'm going to make a cardboard cutout, well, not even cardboard, just some card that's going to sit in here. And that is what I'll do every time. And instead of sticking the items into my letter, we're going to put it on the card, and then it's easily going to peel out so you can change it depending on what season you're in. The first thing I'm going to do is place my letter on this A4 sheet of paper, and I'm just going to draw out my outline of my letter. So what I'm going to do is place it right up to the ends, because that's one less side then that I'm going to have to cut out. Okay, now that I have my letter, I'm just going to cut this out. This is something that could be great for you to put in your house to make it a bit more seasonal. Or it could also be really great if you've got kids and they want to personalise their bedrooms. You could get them the letters of their names, you could spell out the name, you could just do their initials, and then they could put some of their favourite stuff in it. So if you've got a little boy who's really into dinosaurs, you could get loads of little mini plastic dinosaurs, stick those on, and it kind of comes to life as a 3D letter. That's just an idea anyway. Now I've cut my letter out, I'm just going to make sure it sticks in my R. So if I just place it in, I might need to just trim it a little bit, because obviously I was doing on the outer edges. Now with the letter yourself, you can paint the outside. I was debating painting it white, and then it kind of suits whatever season, but I think I'm just going to leave it this kind of brown wood colour. If you wanted it a darker wood, if you've got dark wood in your kitchen, you could always just varnish it, and I'm pretty sure that would come up lovely. Also, it is first thing in the morning, so Woody has just had his breakfast and he now likes to come alive until Jake gets up, so he's probably going to be quite active during this video, so apologies beforehand. This is probably the fiddliest part of the craft and the most time consuming, just to get it just right to fit in the letter. But then once you have this template, you can just replicate it for every season then. I've now got my R cutout done. It is a bit bumpy, but that's completely fine because like I said, we're going to fill over it anyway. We just literally need it so we can peel it back out when we want to change it for a different season. So as you can see, that's quite secure in there. I know it's not going to pop out. What I will suggest doing is add like a little tab of paper on the back. That's going to be hidden by your decorations anyway. And if we just sit it up here, it's going to be something that... Oh, hold it. It's just going to be some... It's just going to be something that we can just lift out then, and then you're not going to have this chaos that I am creating. We're just going to get a little tab of paper. We can probably use one of these bits that we cut out. And then I'm just going to warm my glue gun up. I can't bring it any closer than this because it's plugged in. And we're going to use that just to attach this little tab of paper onto the back of the art. And then we've got a nice tab that we can lift it out with in future. Make sure that the tab doesn't go higher than your wooden piece of letter though, because we do want it to be as hidden as possible. Okay, so you don't need mega amounts of glue on from your glue gun, and I'm just literally going to stick that on the back of my letter so I've got a nice little tab to pull it out with. I want to create a foundation because I don't have loads of dried florals, so the other option is you can just get these in bulk and then you've got plenty to cover your design. But also, because I want to kind of lay them and have it a bit more 3D, if I just stick some of these on, it's going to be quite flat. And because I don't want to buy more of these, so to make it a bit cheaper, this is where your fabric like stuffing or your cotton wool pads are going to come in really handy. So all we're going to do here is use some PVA glue to pop onto your letter, and then we're just going to pop some of this stuffing on. Just gone over my letter like that. I should have probably bought a paintbrush out here, but I don't think I've got one. I do not have one in here. Also, got this from Hobbycraft in my Hobbycraft haul as well. Look at the organisation for my little bits. I'll link that down below. I was very excited about buying that. I found a spare paintbrush floating around, so I'm just going to quickly spread this glue out. Okay, so now that I've got the glue on my letter, I'm literally just going to spread this out on it. I don't want to make a thick layer because I'm trying not to make it show. I want the flowers to do most of the talking. This is just here to literally help boost them up a little bit. And it's also going to create a nice base to stick some of the dried flowers into. Okay, I've washed off my brush, and as you can see, this has just got a really thin layer of the kind of like fluff on it. And that's really going to help us just kind of texturize this letter and make it pop out a little bit. This is going to be drying, but I don't think it's going to matter that much that we can start sticking these flowers on. So I'm going to place this letter into my art and just gently press it in. I also have a few leftover cuttings from making some pom-poms that are really nice pastel-y colours. So I'm just going to sprinkle those in some of the gaps just to add another little layer of colour. I really don't want them close together though, so I'm just literally sprinkling them like they're like cookie sprinkles. Okay, now once that's in, before I go in with my glue gun, I'm just going to lay some of these flowers onto my letter to get a gist of how it's going to look. Now, like I said, a lot of these are just like little strawy bits, so you're probably going to want to clump these together. Right, okay guys, so this is what it's currently looking like. The foam is kind of holding the dried flowers really well, so I don't even think there's any need to use the glue gun because they've kind of threaded through the foam that I put in really nicely. I think this is a really nice little decor piece that you can just pop on the side, and it's just going to add a pop of colour for spring. It's personalised as well, so if you wanted to do like the initials of your surname for like the household, that's something that you could change out seasonally. I just think this is really nice. It was super easy to do. I've not even had to use the glue gun. The only other bits that I'd probably suggest that I might add on is these jute shapes. These I think were just from Hobbycraft. I've had these ages though. They've just kind of been sat in my crafting drawer and I've never had anything to do for them. But there's like flowers and butterflies, so I might just place some of these on and see how they look. I think mainly I might do the butterflies, just to add another different layer and to fill in some of the gaps. Okay, I do like how they look, so I am actually going to use the glue gun just to secure these bits on because they can't stick into the foam that we've put in. This is how it is looking since I added the dupe shapes on. I definitely think they've added a little something to it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it's really cute, it's really subtle as well, it's not overly bright, it's something that you can just pop up. It's going to add a nice spring touch to your house. So, if you've enjoyed this video guys and you think that you're going to be making this yourself, please comment down below the flower emoji, and while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button also. This was a really easy spring craft to do that you can get anyone involved in. I've got more videos like this coming up on my channel for spring and Easter crafts, so I'll catch you at the next one guys. Thanks, bye!